I definitely needed some time to decompress. Playing USAB it's a whole nother thought and mind process that you might not necessarily have to exert that much energy when you play with your respective team. So definitely needed just a couple of days just to kind of decompress, whether that's just get back into the flow of things or just get my feet underneath me, because that was a long time away with a lot of just back and forth. I mean, I feel like sometimes people forget that we were even in Lille at some point. So it's a lot. And then coming off of just being midway through the season, it could take a toll on you. So I'm definitely using these couple of days just to kind of exhale, enjoy the moment. But also, it was great seeing my teammates and getting back into the gym.
You've obviously got one gold medal before that, but now getting another one. What was
Yeah.
this experience as a whole like for you out there?
Oh man, this experience was great. I think it was just a lot of fun because we got to really, the fans was involved. I think in Tokyo we didn't really get that experience because it was COVID. But this one was just like a lot. It really truly felt like the Olympics. Like it felt like the world's biggest stage. And everyone, whether they were booing for us, cheering for us, it was just a great vibe to be around and just to see how much our sport has grown. It was a lot of fun to be a part of. So it was super cool to finally look up in the stands and see my parents. So happy to be in the moment and experience it with me.
Kind of mentioned there too, but like playing the host country in the gold medal game, I mean, how intense just the atmosphere on that compared to maybe some others.
Oh man, that was it was up there. I thought Barclays game four was crazy, but definitely playing France in France for the gold was a huge deal. And I love the feel. I love those type of games. I feel like it was so loud that it just didn't even feel like noise anymore. You kind of just tune it out to it. You become numb to it. But it was just a lot of fun just to play in with the back and forth of it. It was nerve-wracking. I'm sure watching it, it was nerve-wracking playing, but like those are the moments that you love as an athlete, to know that you could just grind out stuff and just it may not be the prettiest of wins, but it's a win and it's gonna be one we remember.
And I know championships are great and everything. You have some here in the WNBA,
Yeah.
but how was a gold medal different?
A gold medal because yeah, I mean we're talking about the world. We're talking about elite athletes, great athletes from just around the world. And I feel like for us in our game, in our league, we're not really as foreign as the NBA players. So we don't really get to play against the best players in the world like that, even though we are the best players in the world, but just coming from different countries in that sense, it's a different style of play. It really makes you think, it keeps you on your toes. So to win a gold medal and to say that no, you've played against the best of the best from other countries and still managed to be on top. It just goes to show that we truly are the best in the world, and I love that. And it's something that no one can really take away from you, no matter what. And I think it also puts me in a headspace where people may not watch the W or may not give a rat's ass about the aces, but the minute they see Olympic rings or I say I'm an Olympian, they know exactly how good I am. So it really makes them kind of be like, "Oh no, you're good." So I love those moments.
Hey, just to piggyback off that, you said earlier in the season that the WNBA has gotten better. It seems like from an outside perspective, it's twofold for the rest of the world. All the players have gotten better from across different countries.
Yeah.
Did you feel that whenever you were playing over there?
I feel like that's kind of like, is the world catching up question? I feel like the world has always been there. I feel like we've always respected our opponent and we knew how good they were, and how talented they are. But I think it's just now it's being showcased more where people are just starting to see the great talents that it is just across around the world. But no, I feel like they've always been great. Every time we play teams, whether it's in the US, out the US, they've always showcased why they are in the situation that they're in and why they're on their national team. So it's always been good teams to play against. That's why I love playing against it because I don't go overseas, so I don't really get that physicality. I don't get that in the offseason as my counterparts. So every chance I get, I love to capitalize on there because it kind of keeps me on my A game.
Shifting back to WNBA, that you'll face two of your Olympic teammates in the Liberty. What were the highlights of playing with Stewie, Sabrina, and how different will it be to kind of suit up against them next?
Yeah. I mean, it was super cool. It always is in these moments. I feel like Stewie now they've created a nickname for us. And watching us just grow has been incredible. I mean, we sometimes just take a step back and be like, "Ooh, like wow, look how far we've come." And I love those moments with Stewie. I feel like we take the load off of each other when we're on the court. And we kind of know each other's style of play, obviously, because we compete against each other. But also it's just we know, hey, in game go Stewie, and then in game like go Asia. So we had that mutual kind of chemistry that was kind of built in. And then when it came with playing with Sab, I mean, she's obviously one of the purest shooters, greatest shooters in our league right now. And so to be able to come off screens with her to make her life a little bit easier was always a lot of fun. But I mean, with all that said and done, kick them to the curb, and now it's time to play against them. But no, it's always mutual respect between us. And I think that's the beautiful thing about our league is how we could kind of flip that switch in those moments. But we all know what we want to go after now. We checked off the box of the gold medal. Now it's really time to go. So the mutual respect's always going to be there. We're always Olympic teammates, no matter what.
Two more from the room, and then Willie will close us out.
Asia, we heard a lot about the games itself in Paris. As an athlete, do you have a chance to get out and really experience the games? Or are you so focused on what you're doing?
No, I got out. I had an opportunity to go to gymnastics. I had an opportunity to see just the GOAT, obviously, of Simone Biles, but also my friend Jordan Childs, to just compete and to see them thrive in their space. It's just incredible. And I feel like that was just kind of the whole Olympics this year was like being a fan, finally, like being a fan of greatness and then realizing that people are a fan of your greatness. And that's what I love the most. I mean, I have I've always had, but it's just a different mindset of respect. Just seeing them operate in that space and knowing how hard it is to get to that point, and to shine bright in those moments have been huge. So yeah, I had an opportunity to, I didn't get the chocolate muffins that was in the village that everybody was talking about. I kind of hated, I missed out on that. It was so good, Megan. I missed that experience. Hopefully Megan can tell y'all about that. But no, I definitely had an opportunity to just see other greatness.
Did Snoop Dogg give you any advice? I saw you sitting there. What did he say?
Oh man, I just had a tons of not tons of questions, but just general conversation about just how music and that culture and entertainment go hand in hand with sports and how they're just equally as fans of us as it is for them to be fans like of us for us to be fans of them. And just to have those talks with the GOAT in that industry was just incredible. I mean, just truly incredible. But I could see how hearing his music in arena, it goes hand in hand with me seeing my jersey in the arena. Just so thankful for our fans and how they continue to push us to be great.
All right, Willie.
Thank you. I got two for you, A's. Welcome back. You talked about flipping the switch now that you're back, right? You're used to this, especially you and Stewie. We saw the how it started, where we're at now pictures. And now when you get back, you're focused on the dub. I talked to Fee yesterday on Zoom, and she was talking about how some of the practices or the down times, there are a little bit of trash talking. Her and Reeve were giving Ka a little bit of a gruff from that last second shot. Did you have any trash talking for any of your U.S. teammates based on the dub?
Do we do any trash talking? I don't know necessarily trash talking, but we are very competitive. I don't know if you guys saw, I am the Uno Queen. I waxed Cobb, BG, DT, and Chelsea all in Uno No Mercy. Came back from having 24 cards in my hand when you needed 25 to get out the game. So if that means trash talk, then yeah, I talked a lot of cash money because I was really the queen of that. So no one can really stop me. I forever have my crown. Yeah, we'll see next Olympics if someone wants to try to take it from me, but good luck. And Stewie and I have a deflection award named after us. So yeah, I'm really trying to brag, but we really kind of took over.
Willie, sorry.
You mentioned Snoop Dogg, and a lot of people were talking about his presence there. But with the women's sports on the whole, and we talk about equality with money, Flavor Flav stepped up, and not a lot of people gave him as much credit as they did Snoop. For him to fund the water polo team, could you just talk about his presence and what it meant for him to do what he did?
I mean, we love when people put their money where their mouth is. We love people when they can walk the walk and not only just talk the talk. And I feel like that's what we saw in this Olympics when it came to Flavor Flav. I ran into Flavor Flav a couple of times here at the game. Obviously, he seems like a really cool, just down to earth dude that means well. And I think he showed that. He showed that how he wants to be supportive of women's sports and women in general when it comes to achieving their goals. So I feel like we're in a great world where we got Snoop and Flavor Flav putting it on for the culture. So I feel like this is a pretty dope space to be in, and we still got some growing to do, but glad to be a part of it.
Thanks, Andrew.
Yep, Steve.
Shorting, folks in the room.
I guess just that entire experience, winning the gold, right from the goal, hearing the national anthem, the whole experience.
Amazing, man. To be one of 12, to be able to do that. There's no better feeling than put that gold put around your neck with all my teammates and to do it with the other three. here as well. And to have my family there was amazing. That was the difference between this Olympics and the one in Tokyo. Just having them there, my son just coming out to the court and he knew what to do. He put the medal right in his mouth, like all babies put something. But I feel like he had a special feeling with that, that's what he was supposed to do. He's supposed to bite the gold. So it was really cool being there and just putting that uniform on.
Outside of fighting the gold, what was kind of your favorite part to see the experience through your son and your wife's eyes? Like, what was maybe a specific experience that you really enjoyed?
With my wife, we were able to go to the Eiffel Tower. He was asleep, right? And then we're walking up on it and we try to get our pictures together and he wakes up. It's just a family photo. When we talked about the Olympics, like he wasn't in this world yet. And just now, it seems like he grew up like so much with us being gone. My teammates saw pictures like he looks so big, and I'm just like, yeah. So just seeing him and just be excited for it, and he just goes with the flow, man. He's great. My wife is great because I was just on the move so much, of experiencing all the things in Paris. I would get pictures of them too coming back from practice, so it was just really cool to see. He has more stamps than I had as a kid at that age in his passport. I didn't even think I had a passport then. So it'll be pretty cool like down the line to show him pictures and stuff.
You mentioned it's your family, your family and then your teammates, and you got to see your teammates really blossom in the Olympics, like Jackie, Asia. What was kind of your message to them or your conversations with them after those performances, just kind of sharing it together?
Yeah, it's funny because I'm 8 and then Asia's 9, so we're right there next to each other. And so I look back, I was like, on their ass. Like that was like the thing that I said every time. And then starting off the game, I was like, be aggressive. Even KP, like keep doing you, keep being you, just conversations that we would have. And so just really happy to be able to share that experience with them, man, and see them thrive. Asia was awesome from start to finish, and then Jackie had an opportunity to start and contribute, especially on defensive end. Like she was a menace. And then KP just being so clutch in that goal game. I think somebody said there's a picture of him shooting like free throws and her smiling up. Every time I see her, I'm like, are you just gonna smile at the basket? Like, what are you smiling? We're just like, I just love it, Chell. So I'm just really happy for them and seeing them thrive.
To be able to get some rest, but now you come right back in.
I got rest. Say that again.
Did you get some 3 days of rest?
I got a couple days. Flying don't count.
To come back and play them right away, is it easy to get the juice back from such an emotional time in Paris and winning it that way, or will it take some time, or do you just go right back into it?
Us as athletes, we have to like kind of perfect compartmentalizing like all the time. We would have to put our season on hold and just like, okay, now how do I get the best shot for Stewie? Okay, put that on hold. How do I take away the best shot for Stewie? And so I think it's just in our nature to compartmentalize and go on to the next thing. That's what an Olympic season looks like. And so that's what these practices and our conversations are going to be.
Chelsea, from a physical standpoint, being back in the States, obviously you were out on the court practicing. Have you had to deal with any jet lag?
Oh, for sure. I was just like, what time is it in Paris? I'm thinking I might be going to sleep soon. So yeah, there's a part of it, and you try to keep your body awake and try to adjust as quick as possible because you have to. Not just going through like we have games at certain times. And so just being back in that kind of routine.
We're gonna jump really quick to Zoom. Nikias.
Hey, Chelsea, congratulations on the gold medal, first and foremost. I guess just bouncing off of that, like you had the All-Star game, you had the Olympics, now you jump right in, you get a back-to-back immediately. I guess in terms of the ramp up, like what is that like for you? And have there been any discussions about managing the minutes in this early portion of the schedule?
No, haven't really talked about managing minutes. We got 14 games left. It's kind of pedal to the metal type of feeling. The rest, I mean, you just have to go on to the next thing, right? You don't really have time to like stop and just take a load off for a week at a time. So we're ready for the next thing, just conversations. And it looks like throughout the season, just when we have those moments to have time off, taking full advantage of it.
Got you. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
One more question in the room?
No.
All right, sorry, Cassandra, why don't you give us the last question? Sorry, I was holding off. And we've got Jackie right here waiting. So Cassandra, can you make it quick?
Yeah, Chelsea, just to go off of that, what are the biggest challenges coming from the high of an Olympics straight into the season? Is it having to compartmentalize, or is it the rest, or is it something else?
I think it's a combination of both, compartmentalizing of like forgetting the things you had to learn in a different uniform and going back to being in the Aces uniform and the style of play and the language and the chemistry that we've already built here. So getting back in those type of habits. And then rest wise, I mean, we've been doing it for a long time where possibly you play a season and you go overseas and only have a few days rest. So it's a little bit different. 2 days is a lot shorter. So it's just focusing on the task and the goal at hand and taking one game at a time.
Thanks, Chelsea.
It's okay, I'm gonna be right after you.
You can't go that way.
Well, you wanted me to pass all these?
All right. First.
Jackie, you won 3-on-3 gold, now 5-on-5. I guess how does it feel different this time around winning it 5-on-5?
Yeah, I think it's special, being able to represent Team USA and play on the 5-on-5 team. I think that's like the ultimate goal, like kind of like the highest standard. So being, named to that team, like 1 to 12, is a big honor. So it was cool to be able to experience that, with my teammates. My sister's out there with me. Made a couple new friends, so it was definitely a good experience.
What's the difference when you're playing, say, in front of 20,000 in the WNBA, then you're playing in 20,000 at the Olympics for medals and so forth? Kind of, what in your mind, what's the difference between those two?
I mean, I think at the same time you still have one goal, and that's to win. And so, I mean, we played against France, obviously, home crowd. So that was different. I mean, the crowd was extremely loud. But I think you kind of have the same mindset going into it, and that's just to go out there and get the job done.
What's that like when they're draping the gold over your head there?
Yeah, that's pretty special. Just I've watched it for a long time, and I've wanted to be a part of this team for a really long time. So to be able to experience that is special, and so just being up there, on that podium, just being with my teammates and having, my friends and family there and being able to experience that is something that, you kind of just like dream about as a little girl. So being able to be there in that moment was pretty cool.
What was it like not just being a part of the team, but to work your way up through and to become a starter of the team?
Yeah, I think I was just trying to do whatever I could to help the team win. And so whatever role that meant, I was willing to accept it. And so I just kind of waited my turn. I stayed patient, stayed locked in. And whatever my number was called, I just tried to go out there and do whatever I could to help the team win.
Chelsea talked about compartmentalizing, just coming right back now and having to flip the switch. Is it that easy to flip it right back into WNBA and kind of go to that competition compared to what you just did?
Yeah, I mean, we know we have to lock in. We know that there's still work to be done here. And so as professionals, we know we have to kind of flip that switch, even though it is a short amount of time. Today was our first practice back. And so just knowing that we have New York coming up, you just have to flip that switch no matter the amount of time.
Obviously, there are so many things to be excited about that happen on the court, but outside of games, what was the highlight for you just of being in Paris, and what experience kind of stands out still?
I would say, well, we went to this restaurant probably like 4 times. So it was pretty good. Obviously, we kept going back. It was a nice vibe, good food, a little Italian spot. So just go there with a few teammates. But I think going to track, that was kind of like a bucket list thing for me. So being able to go there was fun, and that stadium was crazy.
What was the restaurant?
Caesar. Yeah.
Did you get the chocolate muffins? I know a couple people were talking about those. Asia said they were supposed to be off the hook. She didn't get any.
Yeah, I didn't get any either. I have a sweet tooth, so I would have liked to try that, but I didn't have that.
All right, Christos, you got the final question.
Hey, Jackie, congrats on your participation in the Olympics and the gold as well. From 2021 until now, you have 2 Olympic gold medals, back-to-back WNBA champs. You established yourself as one of the best guards and the best players in the league. Is there any moment that you realize how much you raised the level of your game, and how joyful is this process for you?
Yeah, I think it's been fun, you know. It's all a part of the process. And, you know, I give a lot of credit to Tyler always. He really kind of just brought my game to the next level. And so I spent a lot of time with him, working out with him, and yeah, give credit to him. But yeah, I just try to come back a better player, you know, each off season, and that requires a lot of work, you know, in the gym, in the weight room, just doing you know, other physical activities too. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty special to look back and see like how much I've accomplished in the past 3 years.
All right, thank you very much. I would like to talk to the 3-on-3 from Azerbaijan.
What? Before you left, you said you didn't really get a chance to kind of soak in Azerbaijan's culture, because obviously you weren't in all your tournaments there. Did you kind of get a sense of your teammates' culture and feel kind of acclimated to it being in Paris with them?
I don't think it would be the same as like actually being there and being at more of the tournaments. But I definitely got a little taste of the fans, at least, the ones that we had there. And I heard they were going crazy back home too. So still a little bit, but I feel like there's a lot more that's waiting for me.
What was the highlight of the experience for you, just overall?
Man, just being there, the atmosphere, got us a couple wins. We wanted more. We could have got a little bit more, but just being there with them and just taking it all in, I think the whole thing together was really nice.
Does the switch flip after though too, like seeing your teammates go there in the gold medal game, and what was that experience like? You know, seeing them go ahead and win that.
It was cool. I mean, I'm 8 straight, but it's still cool to just be side by side with somebody, and then next thing you know, they're coming home with gold medals. It was cool to watch. It was fun to watch, fun to cheer for them, and definitely happy for them. Some of us here got some medals, came back with some medals, so it's cool.
Go to Zoom, Noah, and then Willie.
Yeah, just a quick question about just what the experience of playing 3x3 is like compared to playing 5-on-5. What was kind of your biggest takeaway? Obviously, you've done it before, but just at that level with the stakes being so high, what was the actual game flow like?
10 minutes of hell. That's literally what I've been describing it as. It's really tough. It's hard. It's hard on your body. It's hot out there. You gotta make sure you stay hydrated, and like you said, it's a different game for me. So it was really tough. It was tough for all of us. Don't get me wrong, but at the end of the day, I'm a 5-on-5 player, and I just go out there and try my best. But it's a cool experience. I like it. I'm obviously good at it. They keep bringing me back, so it's cool. I like it. Thanks.
Willie.
Hey, Tiff, welcome back. We spoke just before you left, and we talked about, you know, how happy you were to be a part of this organization, and how content you were before they called, and then talking to Leash and whatnot. You've been overseas, you've returned. Did joining this organization, coming back from Paris, was you know, did it make it a little bit easier? Or what was it, your mindset, your headspace as far as coming back from this trip overseas, with being a part of this organization?
It kind of felt like a reset, honestly. We were talking about in the locker room. It's like it feels like the first day of school again. It feels like it's a literal reset. So I kind of feel good about that, because it's like I'm here from the beginning, so to speak. Because we're all coming back from different places and learning different plays, learning different defenses, a whole different game in 3-on-3. So we're coming back and we have to learn all of this stuff together again in our system. So it's literally like the first day of school. So I'm just excited, ready to keep learning and win some games.
All right, I think that's it. But before you go, a lot of questions about the chocolate muffins in the village.
Oh my goodness, I didn't even have one. I didn't have one. I don't know what they taste like. I'm sorry. I don't know what it was. I barely ate in there. I ate one time in there. I didn't have a muffin. I don't know what they. I feel like ours here probably tastes better anyways.
Megan had them. Megan,
she had one. She said it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. Sorry, I didn't have the chocolate muffin
All right.
thing.
Thanks, Tim.
Sorry, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, y'all. Good to see y'all.
All right, in the room.
Highlights of the experience. You're an Olympian, you spent time in Paris, you talked about the muffins. What was the best part?
Muffins were great. But I think just being able to experience the villages were really fun. We were in Lille for the first three. It was a lot smaller than Paris, but just being able to be around other amazing athletes was really awesome. You know, saw some really awesome people, and also getting to know my team. You know, I've been pretty new to the Spanish national team. I joined with them. My first time was last November. So it's been less than a year. So just getting to know them, getting to know the team and the system, and obviously, you know, also playing in the games was incredible. I think our first game, there was 27,000 people in attendance. So, and we gave them a show, overtime game, which was fun. But yeah, I'm just really grateful.
There was so much like an outpouring of like fan respect for your performance in Spain because you were kind of falling out. Did you get to see some of that reaction? And what did it mean to you to see the fans at home reacting to your performance?
Yeah, you know, I have a lot of support back home. You know, my family was able to come too, so that was really fun. And just to be able to see a lot of Spanish flags in the stands was really cool. They're not that far from France, so just to see that outpouring of support was really special, and also just to see the support around wherever it is in social media. You know, I don't really speak that great of Spanish, so some of the comments I couldn't translate, but I felt the overwhelming love and support for sure.
You went to Iowa, is that correct?
Yes.
What was that trip like, and what kind of motivated you to get out there?
Yeah. I think, you know, just being able to get back where my people are and just to visit and take a break, you know, obviously, you know, there's so many special memories there growing up, and you know, I wanted to play Division I basketball, and to be able to find a great place like the University of Iowa was really special to me. And obviously to see where they've grown now, and being able to be teammates with Kate has been really awesome and really a full circle moment for me.
To kind of get away from the games, do you have or the basketball game? Do you have a chance to experience the Olympics much in Paris, or?
Yeah, here and there. I spent most of my time with my family whenever I could. I had my mom, my dad, my aunt, my sister, my brother-in-law, and my niece all there supporting me. And so whenever I was with them, I was you know, just enjoying my time. And you know, I tried to get. I didn't get to any events actually. I tried to get to one, but I actually couldn't get a ticket. So it's just really cool just to hear about all the support that the fans went to every single game, whatever sport it was. So I did watch a lot on TV. I watched a lot with my you know, teammates in the village, but just a really great experience for sure.
Let's jump to Zoom really quick. Andrew, writing for the Des Moines Register. I know you had a couple questions.
Yeah. Hey, Megan. So the first one, is this the longest you've been without Pancake? And what was Pancake doing throughout the entirety of this Olympics?
Yeah, that's some of the most important questions I've gotten actually. It is not the most I've been away from her actually. When it was my second year in the league, we were in the bubble season, and that was about 3 months long. So that was the longest I've been away. And then in Poland after Christmas, I was away from her for 2 months. So this is the third longest I've been away from her. You know, I missed her so much, but I had a peace of mind because we have a really great sitter here. All of my teammates and my coach use her as well. So just thankful that you know, she was well taken care of, and had quite the reunion yesterday.
Did you get any pictures of them watching you, of all you guys like on TV?
Yeah, you know, we really get a lot of updates with pictures and videos, you know, just about every other day, and they love each other. They're all just best friends. And so I was actually kind of sad to take her away. I was like, man, she's going to be sad to be with me. I mean, not really, but a little bit. But just really thankful that she had a great time too.
Thanks.
And then we'll go to Owen and close it out with Christos. And then Chelsea's on deck.
Hey, good to see you, Megan. We saw the video of you going into Jan's office and seeing her again, and just how emotional she was seeing you. Just what was that like, being able to see her? I know you've seen her this season when she's been out in Vegas to watch some of the games, but why was that moment so emotional for her or you? Or what were some of the things you did together while you were in Iowa City?
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of a last minute thing. Actually, the whole trip to Iowa was, I was thinking about it. but kind of just didn't know how long we'd be in Paris and all that stuff, how fast I'd be able to get out. It kind of just came to me, the day before. I was like, I'm just going to surprise her. So I talked to a couple of the coaches, and they had this really good idea to bring her coffee from her favorite coffee spot. And it's so funny. So we went to the coffee place, and Coach Raina Harmon, she asks them, she said, "Do you know Jan Jensen's order?" And they're like, "Oh yeah." So she's very well known there, but just really excited. I was just giving her a couple of text message updates, throughout, and just saying thank you so much for the support. But she had no idea I was coming.
All right, Christos, last question, please.
Hello, Megan. Hope you're doing well. Congratulations on your Olympics participation, first of all.
Thank you.
The next Olympics are in 2028 in Los Angeles.
Hmm.
Do you feel ready for the next for your next Olympic experience?
Well, that's 4 years from now. So, you never know. I mean, I would love to. I'm only 27 now, so I don't see why not. But it's also 4 years in advance. You never know what's going to be happening. And I'm going to try my best, though. I'm going to try my best to be ready.
And also, after your season in Greece with Olympiacos.
Christos, we have to switch out.
Okay.